Okay, I'm here. I did finish the books. I only did one roll, and it still come out a little short. I thought I'd get more, but I'll have to wait for people to come in the door. Dimeback, you're welcome to come back. Let me find the stream pick. Copy that. And I'll wait for someone to show up before I. I left. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, Darren. Huh. There you are.
Yeah.
Morning.
Good morning yourself. How you been?
Oh, you're muted.
Stop.
You still working?
Yeah, working from home. But today was a bizarre day. The computers went down and I didn't do any work. Am I still muted? Muted now. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Nothing. Can't hear a word from you. Let's see. Let's
Check
go
1 2.
here.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Can't hear. Can't hear anything. Let's see. Let me go with the audio and see what happened. How about now? Can you hear me? I wonder why.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Yeah.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Let's see.
Check 1 2. Check 1
Go to
2.
audio.
Hello 1 2.
Yeah, it's testing. It
Check,
says
check,
that it's working. How
Check
about
1
now?
1 2 1 2. Check check check.
Or is that my?
Hello
Is that
hello
my
hello.
end?
I think I don't know. Can you hear me?
Let's see.
Can you hear me? Hear me? Hear me? Hear me? Hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hear me? Hear me? Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 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 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. No. Oh. Okay.
Still?
Hello. Check.
Can you hear me? But I can't hear you though.
I don't know why.
You don't know why. I read that part.
Check 1 2.
Let's see.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
It's not at my end. Let's see. Am I broadcasting also on YouTube? Okay. So, what is going on? Oh, you're gonna come back? Okay.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Nope.
Really?
Let's see. Testing.
1 2.
Oh, okay.
I think it's you.
It
I
is
think
me.
it's you. I think it's you.
It's
Is it
me.
you? Sweet.
I got it.
Nice. I did all the troubleshooting already. I couldn't come up with a plan.
Yeah, I was reading lips pretty soon. Well, I have a habit of reading lips.
All right.
But yeah, I got my coins done. That's what I wanted to do. I'll check it later and see if I want to delete it or not. See how well it went. But I think I'm about to get a webcam.
Don't you have a spare phone kicking around, or what do you use now?
Yeah, I was using my Samsung.
And
Well, for one thing, I can't type. I can only talk. I can't invite because if I use my phone only, and
okay,
then
but
I use my computer, it conflicts with the phone.
what are you using now?
I'm using my laptop.
So you want a camera to plug into your laptop in place of the camera that's there?
Yeah, because I have some overhead shots I want to do with my books and my cam.
Sure, no, it makes
Yeah,
perfect sense.
yeah.
I had a friend give me a camera the other day. He he just he bought it way back when it was just like apparently you needed to have a camera. And so he just
Uh-huh.
well, I'm buying a laptop, I'm going to get a camera. He bought this Logitech one that's got a base, and then it's got this pencil thin stick that goes up, and a ball that sits on the top, and you can
Mhm.
actually pan, tilt, and zoom the camera that's in the ball. It physically moves in the
Yeah,
little orb.
that one, from what I understand, is the 70 Logitech, the 90, the 110, and after that, I can't remember.
Oh no, this one's many years old, and it's not good.
Oh,
It is not good. Here, let me see if I can't send it out to you. Can you see that?
yeah, pretty clear too. Just dark.
I don't know if I can control it. I'm going to see if I can grab the control of it. Mm-hmm.
What is that, security cam?
Hang on a sec. I'm getting lost in this. Okay, that. No, it's not a security cam. It's just a webcam. It's a Logitech webcam
Mm.
from.
Man, where have you been? I haven't seen you in a while.
I've been here and there. It's just that I haven't been spending time in streams and stuff.
Mm.
I'm failing at so many things right now that should have been done that didn't get done that now no longer can be done. It's not good.
I'm kind of lost here.
I was working on a book project that I should have completed, and I had noise issues, and then I got the news about my mom, and I just let everything go to pot when it came to that. The fellow I was reading for got back to me on a couple of occasions, and I did get back to him with a heartfelt letting him know what the hell was going on with me, and kind of depressed and whatnot. And I guess it was good that I wrote the letter for myself because I sent it. It just came back rejected. So I think he severed business relationship with me. I probably, I read all the stories, but there were problems with some of the work that I did that needed to be made better. And I honestly was a little bit lost as to how to make it better. And it kind of went maybe a little over my head. And although it was a great learning experience, just getting it recorded and getting it to the level that it's at, I had noise floor issues with my little studio. And that's the problem with the studio. I can't make it quieter there. I was forever battling noises in the house, trying to get recording while there was a relatively low noise level. But I obviously didn't achieve that. Like there were a couple other issues, but mostly noise level issues. And I'm not sure how to get around that. I just don't have a different facility here that's going to be quieter than what I have set up right now. And I don't know how to go forward. I'm kind of lost in this right now. But,
I'm afraid to ask you, but is your mom okay?
She's as good as could possibly be with stage 4. They gave her the chemo as much as they were going to give her, and then they sent her for the scan, and they said that they shrank it down to next to nothing. But it is still stage 4 cancer. It's just a matter of buying time. There's no cure. So, but I'm glad it went as good as it did. It literally went as good as it could.
Good.
So I can't complain. What are you going to do?
Yeah, well, like I said, I can only call my mom. I can't really see her. I've only seen her once since February. No, yeah, February. She's in a nursing facility, but it's assisted living for memory care. She still remembers everything. That's not the issue. But she's a little more depressed now lately than she's better than what she was at and she's better than being home. And but the only thing is, this COVID doesn't allow her to socialize and come out, and we can't see her face to face. We really can't touch. We can't really talk to her, in our car or in our house, or so it's a little tough.
Is there any Wi-Fi at the place?
Yeah, and that's another thing too. I've asked them about that, and they won't provide. Well, see, I wanted to provide her either that Google, what do they call it?
You're talking about what I do for a living,
Yeah, I know.
Portal.
Yeah, but
That's what I do it all day long.
they say they can't do that because they get stolen, and they have phones that've gotten stolen. I even told them I'd buy a phone, so for her to call anytime she wants to, but it just seems to be.
But there is Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, there is. I mean, they use it for their computers. They use it for their rolling medicine carts. They use
Well,
it.
it's fine for them to have it, though. Are they making it available to the people, though? Because
I
there's
know.
lots of times when they don't give you the password, and then, that's not for you. But I have lots of people who have portals in these places, exactly these places. And so what I suggest for them is this. Firstly, with regards to the theft, I mean, that reflects on the way they run their place more than any other thing.
Right.
And that's unfortunate. But it is possible to get one of those Kensington locks. That is a little slot that you can lock a computer to a table with. You know what I'm talking about? Your laptop has one. And they have these, they stick on with like 3M double-sided tape. That's the best that they have, that you just can't freaking peel off. And then it leaves that little hole for a Kensington lock. So you could lock it down so it couldn't be made off with a portal. It's not portable. It has to be plugged in. It doesn't got batteries, so it's not just walk off and continue working. And if you got a Kensington lock, you could lock it down. That being said, this is how it's done. A person gets the Wi-Fi name, the SSID name from the home, and the password. You buy yourself a portal, you set it up at home. It works on Facebook Messenger, so you have to make them a Facebook account. They never need to know about it, but it has to be reasonably legit, because if you use My Mom at 123 Nowhere Street, Facebook will flag it as not a real account and be shut down. But you give her give them the general information that's reasonably true, and you shouldn't have any problem with that. Then anybody who wants to call her just calls her through like their Facebook Messenger. Everybody who's got Facebook has Facebook Messenger. That's what Portal is. It's a way of using Facebook Messenger. But as I say, you put up a hotspot from your phone, like an internet hotspot, and you name it the exact same name as their Wi-Fi and give it the same password. So now you can get it on the internet at home. You can get it all set up so it's working. You can make test calls to it and everything like that. And then when it gets unplugged and moved there and plugged in, it will have the right password and SSID already. No one will have to do anything. It will just be ready to go. At that point, a person can speak to Portal. She could just say, "Hey, Portal, call Hector," and that will be it.
I couldn't find the match. Please search here.
See, it's looking for Hector, but it couldn't find you. Now, when the thing rings, you can say, "Hey, Portal, answer the call." And when it's done, you can say, "Hey, Portal, end the call." So, I mean, it does a lot of other things, but that's how it would handle a call. It's got a touch screen, so, interaction with it is reasonably easy. But if you set it up and you and a few family members were the only people who could call it, that were on the list, like that were, when it comes to Facebook, she'd have an account. You would have to like become her Facebook friend, and she'd have to accept you as a friend. Those are the only people who can call. So you build a really small list of people, and the only problem is that she has to answer. It hasn't got any kind of automatic. You can't just like phone in and it's going to answer, so you can keep an eye on her or anything like that. It's private from that point of view, so she has to answer the call or say, touch the Portal to answer it, because it's got a touch screen. It'll ring and it'll instead of go ahead.
The reason why I said that I would get her either a laptop or get her a notebook or anything that was small, easy for her to manage. And but I'm also trying to get her. She wants to see mass on YouTube, and there's lots of even our local church here does a mass, and they won't. So they don't have. They said there's not enough. They don't have enough people staffed enough in order for them to do that for one person. I said, look.
What do you mean to what won't they do for one person to set it up so they can see mass?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Here's my portal. One of the things that a desktop portal has is a browser. So I'll just go over to browser. Now, what is the church? Can I look it up?
Yeah, St. Joachim's.
Saint
Joachim's is spelled Joachim ''S Madeira.
I think I was supposed to find an apostrophe here somewhere. Apostrophe S, and what was that?
In Madeira.
Madeira?
Yeah.
Madera?
No, Madera. It's a Spanish word for wood. That's it.
Okay, so how can I see services? Can
They're on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different. Okay, so now there's this is refreshing. So there's not a website with anything here. Okay, so now I can go with this one, add to, and portal, home, or bookmarks. I can just do both. So add and bookmarks, add. Okay, so we'll do that. Now, here in this area here, one of the tiles is St. Joachim's. So if I want to go straight to that site now, I can just go like that and it'll pop it up in the browser. So you can shortcut. I got things like my own channel shortcutted, YouTube, a couple other things here. But now you mentioned Facebook. Well, they stream live on Facebook, which means that let's see. Well, there's Facebook Watch. So if I was to search in Facebook Watch, maybe it would come up there. Let's find out. Search, please.
Yep, that's it.
Good?
That's Father Sachi.
Are you alright?
So you could do this with Portal.
It's been a long time.
Sounds great.
When was the last time that we had mass here? Oh, right before. Okay.
That's my elementary school.
Maybe I was the last one.
So that's a Portal Gen 1. They don't sell these anymore. The 10-inch one looks a little different, but functions exactly the same, called the Portal Gen 2. And there's another thing called a Portal Mini with an 8-inch screen instead of a 10-inch screen.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a Portal Plus with a 15-inch screen. It's pretty expensive, though. And then there's a Portal TV. Now,
I mean, at first everything was fine, right? Everything was like,
Portal TV uses your TV, but it also uses a remote control to do everything. Portal TV there I've got found it buried on my Portal TV over there because on my TV actually because this is my TV's got YouTube, but on top of the TV, if you can, I don't know if you can see right there, that little unit, that's a Portal TV on top of the TV that houses the camera and whatnot to make Portal work, and then you do everything with this little remote. So it's a pain in the butt for a person who's not pretty good at handling these kinds of things. But now, when I talk about a Kensington lock, I'm talking about this. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get one of these security things, and Mac locks. They're available. Any computer store that sells laptops or business going to have that. and then you get like a cable goes around the chair leg or something that can't, and then you can only move this so far. You could definitely chain it down. It's tough when you're missing your loved ones and there's not a lot of choices, answers to get you what you need. So
Yeah.
when I'm not using mine, this is what mine does.
Yeah, mine doesn't allow us to go inside and set it up because they don't have they have an outside Wi-Fi technician. I don't know what company they use, but yeah.
Right. So what it comes down to is if somebody would just tell you, him or whomever,
Yeah.
the name of the Wi-Fi with the SSID, what it's called, and its password, no technician is required after that because you would set it up the way I described,
Right.
using a hotspot from your phone, and that would mean it would work as soon as you dropped it off. No one would need to do anything aside from plugging it in. I could even show you how it's set up. I don't mind unsetting mine up to give people demos because that's why I have it. And that's why I have a desktop one and a Portal TV because I'm kind of the Portal guy. But again, I solved this problem for people. So if you think it can work for you, it can definitely help.
Yeah, they may contact the well, because my mom seems to be more isolated. She gets to eat with people, but they're all spatially social and all that. That's fine, but
Social distance.
yeah, she's not really interacting with anybody. And I know the last time I spoke to her, I call her at least 3 times a week. And then my daughter calls twice a week, and my nieces and nephews that that my mom tells me they called. So I don't want them to overwhelm her. But for me, I would call her every day if I could. But we're not talking because my brother had put my mom in a home, which I asked to do 2 years ago, and then he decided, he couldn't handle my mom anymore, so he put her in the hospital. Well, put her in the rehab. So there's a little bit of friction there. I'm glad he did it. I'm glad that he but he fought for 2 years, and all of a sudden he fought me for 2 years. Even the doctor, my mom's psychiatrist, was saying, why doesn't he want memory care for your mom? She needs more 24-hour supervision, and we were providing that. But it's the access to therapy and different modes of doctor visits, and I don't know. I know he's having some medical issues, and I know it's tough, but he took it on himself, and he's the one that said he decided to keep mom after dad passed away. And I said, "Are you sure about that? Because it's not easy. And at least there's 2 of us, plus a third person to take care of my mom. And it would have been a lot cheaper than what she's living in now. I think it's $3,000 a month, for her to stay there. So it's a rocky situation right now, but I get anxious about it really bad.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm lucky my mom's still at home, like her own home, and she's completely capable of, handling it.
Yeah.
I'm just checking something quickly. I'm on the Portal Purchase website. I'm curious to see what the current deal is, because right now you can buy more than one and save, as they say. Here, spit it out for me. What's the number? So I know that there's the Portal Mini. That's the one with the smallest screen. The standard Portal with the 10-inch screen. Right now, if you buy 2, you end up with $50 US off. So the little ones go for just over $100, $104. So if you bought 2 of those at $104, you'd be $208. You'd be saving $50 off the total order. That's the current best deal that I know of to get one of these anyway. And it makes, as I say, the price that if you were getting 2 Portal Minis, you would be just over $100 each one. There's one other thing about them too, but I don't know if it would apply in your case. Every one of these has a USB-C plug in the back, and from that you can adapt out to HDMI and plug them into any size screen that you want, like whatever size TV you've got, basically. That doesn't come into play with some of our elderly people, but other people are finding it interesting. But otherwise, they're like 179 for the 10-inch, 129 normally for the 8-inch. The great big 15-inch one is like 279. And the Portal TV, because it relies on your TV for so much, it's 149. So it's the least expensive, but the hardest to work. And the Mini, as I say, bought in twos, goes down to 104. They're less expensive than getting my dear mom. I got her a Portal, and she says, I want to talk to my sisters. And I says, well, great. Have them, call you on the Portal. Mm-hmm. And she says, they all use iFaceTime. And she says, I need a tablet. So we went out to the store to buy her a tablet. Well, actually, she went out to the store and bought herself a tablet. And it cost $550. And I'm like, wow, is that that's like what it costs to get an iTablet or whatever? So I looked into it, and I realized one thing right away. I says, Mom, what do you want to use this for? And she says, I told you I want to talk to my sisters, especially when I go into the hospital. And I said, but Mom, it runs on Wi-Fi. You can't guarantee Wi-Fi connectivity at the hospital. They half the time don't have it at all. She says, well, that's what I wanted for. And I said, okay, well, here's what we got to do. There are models just like this, except they're $50 more expensive, mm-hmm. and they have one more feature. They can be connected by cellular network. If you get one of those, I'll connect it on my cellular network, and it'll work wherever you are, no matter what. So she bought it at the local store where these things are bought, like a Best Buy, let's just say. And their return policy was good, so we brought it back, and she got her money back. I asked them about the other model. They had a listing for it, but that's a special model that has to be ordered in. I said, okay, well, I think we can buy one from my cellular company, which is just down the road. So we went, I called the cellular company, and I said, I really want to get one of these tablets. And they said, oh yeah, you can get that from one of our stores. And I said, okay, well, where's that? And it happened to be across the street in the mall. So I crossed the street, went in the mall, and the guy there, he won't sell me one. He'll only sell it to me if I put it on a new plan on my plan. And I told him, I don't want that. I just want to buy it outright cash. And so he won't sell it to me. So my wife finally says, okay, never mind. Just put it on our plan. We'll work it out afterwards. Go ahead, put it on the plan. And I said to the guy, all right, fine, put it on the plan. And he looks to me in the face and he says, I don't have any.
Oh, jeez.
And I said, pardon
I think you told me that story before. I think you did. But God, I mean, that's still.
And I said to him, we checked that you had stock. You were negotiating with me up until this point, and now you don't have any? You're a liar. And I called him a liar a number of times loudly to his face in the mall to make sure that he lost a little face among the shoppers. And anyways, long story short, we did end up getting her one. I did get it on my plan. She's happy, but that was like $600 just to do FaceTime, where it was a couple weeks back, we had a sale on Gen 1s that were $100. So it's just as apples and oranges. And the Portal's so much better. The speakers on it are so much clearer, and the camera's intelligent. It will follow the person around. They can walk around their room and just keep talking, and you'll always be able to, they won't be off camera. 110 degree view. So yeah, again, it's been something that solved this problem for some people. In the right situation, it works out fairly well.
Hey, Treasure.
Hey, Treasure Trails, Michigan.
Come on up. Join our conversation.
I didn't make any content on the channel for like a month, and then I discovered a couple of things and made it easy to make these slideshows that I've got up there now. This Filmora Go, a lightweight editing program for your phone. Mm-hmm. And although I haven't paid for it, so it's got the little watermark in the corner and whatnot. And it has certain limitations, I think, in the non-paid version. It's been great for me. Then the other thing I've just recently run into is that my phone has this way of recording me playing the game that I play and my face in a little round dot in the wherever I want it. Actually, I can put it wherever I like. So I'm going to make some gameplay videos of the game that I've been playing for years, and I don't intend to play a different game, and I don't intend to stop playing this game. So might as well see if I can't make some decent content.
What's it called?
Clash of Clans.
Clash of
Clans.
Oh, I think I've seen it.
Well, it's been around for years. It's nowhere near the most popular game the kids are playing or anything like that. But
I remember seeing it. Yeah.
look at me. Who am I? I'm Empyrean Label. Look. So there's my little base. It's not. It's,
Hey, Treasure, don't worry about it. I know sleep is very important.
it's a time
Especially
waster.
at my age.
Yeah, I should be thinking about it too soon, but it's I should be thinking about it soon. That's the truth. Oh well.
Okay. I'll be looking for you. I have my grandkids tomorrow, so I gotta what do you call it? Child-proof the house before they come over.
Put away everything you like so they can't get broken.
That's one of them.
Pre-stick a few knives into electrical sockets around the house to make it nice and easy for them.
Th-
You don't want them to have to struggle.
Those are already plugged up. No, my thing is, I couldn't find my keys one time, and my wife had took the keys that I had for one car, and the key that I needed was my son's car because he bought a new car, and I took my car to my dad's place, and then all of a sudden I'm looking for the keys to the car that I needed to take, and I remember my granddaughter playing with them, and I put them away where I thought she wouldn't be able to reach them. Well, guess what? Monday morning looking for those same keys, I couldn't find them, and I found them underneath the couch.
Panic.
So now I have a habit of going through the house, making sure I find everything I need for the next morning before I go to bed. Wow. Treasure, you're working 14 to 18 hours a day, 7 days a week? Man, I would not even be online. Start at 1 tomorrow, off at 2 a.m. and back to work 6 to 10 p.m. That's 16 hours, dude. Wow.
How much delay? Raise your hand.
Raise my hand. Put it down.
There you are.
Well, about 16 seconds. I did it again? Oh, I started at the end.
No, it's like we're going into the abyss, right? It's me taking a video of you videoing me, videoing, ad infinitum. Because I'm feeding back, right? This is literally video feedback, where in this case, for this video, I'm making a video of you videoing you in a video of you. See what I'm talking about? It's having a moment. Anyway, having great fun there.
Building American. Yeah.
Freedom.
I was every time I hear
America.
Yeah, I have this trend sometimes where I hear these people, I shouldn't even say it because
I know. No, don't say it.
Yeah,
You're better off.
yeah. Well, because the
I
thing
do know. I know.
I have to teach my kids that they
I
can
lo-
be president one of these days, and a lot of them don't.
And you guys are faced with that election right away. We have a provincial election right away in our little province here, which is like the state election, right? But at that level for us, we have our provincial one in British Columbia was called, but you got your big one coming up.
Yeah. And now that president is in the hospital.
I don't like any of your people. I don't like Biden. I don't like Trump. I don't like any of them. I don't think any of them were any good, and I don't think the last one was any good either. If you dissect them all, even Obama doesn't look good on paper. Lots of bad things happened. I don't know. I just hope it works out.
Well,
I don't get to vote, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters. Of course, it matters. You know.
yeah. Well, it's almost like three different histories. Histories that I had to teach, history that I lived through, and then history that my parents lived through. That came to my point where I'm at now, and it's really difficult to tell kids there's opportunity when even the college kids are not getting good jobs. I love Dodge Ram pickups; those are my favorite, but they're too expensive for me.
I watch a guy on YouTube called oh crap. He's a car guy. He's been 50 years doing repairs, a certified guy. He's the biggest car guy on YouTube. And boy, does he hate those Dodge vehicles. He says they look great and they work great until they stop working, and then they're just the nightmares that he would never buy one. I have a certain amount of respect for this guy because he seems like he really shoots from the hip. He doesn't own a shop. He works out of his own garage. He's got
That's I watch him too. He wears black sunglasses.
yeah, and 1, 2, 3, go! Let's go!
Scotty.
Scotty, yes, Kilmer, Scotty,
Yeah, I watch him.
Yeah, I always watch him. He strikes me as on the ball. He doesn't like them Dodges. He doesn't like anything that isn't a Toyota, though. So, with respect,
Treasure Coast is actually building the plant. I guess the substructure. I'm not sure if he's a pipe fitter or if he's.
he's probably a fitter, welder fitter, or something like that. I'm a fitter. I'm a fabricator.
I'm pretty sure he does something like that. It's something to do with like
good man.
A very good skill that most people don't have. Actually, we got 5 people in here. Oh my goodness! I was thinking it would just be me and you for the night. But you know something, Treasure, I'll take you up on that offer on the Buffalo Nickels to fill up and trade.
Buffalo.
Hey, you had some coins up today, didn't you, on your video?
Who, me?
Yeah, didn't you have some videos put up today?
Yeah, I just did. I popped up a bunch of fresh videos. Yeah, please, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. Dimebag Darren Lowe, I'd sure appreciate it. We're just a few under 200. It would be nice to get there, but I did put in some videos mostly to really enjoy that Filmora Go, where you take a bunch of pictures of your coins as best as you can, and then you hit the button and it does the rest. But yeah, I splurged the channel with a bunch of videos without titles or anything like that, just for fun, and a few of them, they're pretty good. I took the prettiest coins I had in one and made a short video, so I try.
Kittle does that with one coin, and he does it for like 40 seconds to less than a minute.
I did something like that before. I started with this Filmora Go as a tool. It's so much easier to do. There's lots of ways to go about it, though. I'm still just using my cell phone as the camera, so. But it looks good. I like the way it looks. I'm happy with it. I mean,
my fear is that going back to the political thing, I'm watching some of my notes that when the president went to the hospital, you remember as being a Catholic, you're not supposed to hate anybody. You can hate their policies, you can hate their decisions, but you never wish them ill. And I've been listening to people today. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I said. Now, I won't mince any words. I don't want the man to die, but I'm happy he's going to get good and sick because he needs the reality of what people are going through, and this will help. I don't want him to be permanently disabled by this, but this is the kind of thing that a lot of people are facing.
Yeah.
People are losing sense of smell. It'd be nice if he lost a few of these senses for a week or two and then got them back. I'd like them to have a little taste. He has to make a lot of decisions for other people. It'd be nice if he walked a mile in their shoes a little bit. He's kind of pisses me off. So I'd be happy for him to get a little taste of what he thought wasn't even happening, and we should all just soldier on, and it's just the flu. And I remember those early days. We were all laughing up here, the things he was saying, that people should just, cowboy up and just soldier on. Like, you must be kidding me. I'm afraid for you guys. I'm afraid that you're going to lose 500,000 people. I really do think you are going to lose 500,000 people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
We only represent 4% of the world population, but yet we have 25% of the deaths in the world.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's tough though, and you hope to learn lessons from these things, but these things have happened before.
But you know what's worse than that? What's worse is that the people who surround him in the White House, they're dropping like flies. Not that they're dying, but they're being tested. And all of a sudden, you have the assistant director of national security. You have the press secretary, the former one. What's her name? Kellyanne Conway. She's now told that she's got the COVID. The senior advisor, Hope Hicks,
Yeah, she was the latest one, Hope Hicks. Yeah.
Yeah, Hope Hicks, and she's got it.
Well, I believe that was her being on the chopper that gave it to him.
Yeah, well, we're trying to figure out that now they're even talking about we have the 25th Amendment, which means that if he can't continue his duties while he's sick, then it goes to Pence, and then if he dies, and I don't see how they got to Pelosi, then Pelosi will become president of the United States temporarily. Hey, Lucia, how you doing? ¿Cómo está? That's my friend from Italy.
Dearest friend, everyone I know goes away in the end.
She's very fluent in Spanish. She's also, I watched her channel the other day teaching Italian. I understand Italian, but it's some words, they catch me off guard, but she's been around going to her. It's raining. Oh, in Italy. Yeah, she I talk to her in Spanish and she talks to me in Italian, so I can pick up most of it because I'm trying to learn Italian again when I was a kid. Grazie. Molto bene. My dad spoke Italian fluently, and so did my grandfather, but he spoke 7 languages. How he learned it, I'm assuming that he learned it from in Italy. I'm not Italy, Little Italy in San Francisco. He used to be a longshoreman, working with a lot of Italians and Japanese and Chinese and Russians and French. As a matter of fact, one of her friends, she introduced me to one of her friends. She had really long black hair. And she was talking to me like I spoke fluent Italian. And I told her Spanish. Maybe she can get a gist of it. I've heard people speak Portuguese, French, Castilian Spanish, which is a little bit more formal than I'm used to. But I'm understanding a lot of it. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to understand language that you don't speak. Even the Portuguese they say in Brazil, It's a lot different. I can't hear you.
I was saying now since we got people coming over, I think I better get decent.
I couldn't even tell.
Yeah, I just kept a shot of from here down. For a moment there, I had my man titties out, but
Yeah.
I looked at them myself and went, "Oh God, don't show that. That's not going to track. There'll be no streaming going on."
I think I've been talking to Lucy for about a few months, but she was doing Latin the other day, teaching Latin.
Nice.
Yeah, that brought a lot of back memories from when I was in third grade and fourth grade. I had forgotten a lot of it.
Well, rightly so. It's not used too often.
Well, we don't use it in mass anymore. Well, we do, but it's rare. At least once or twice a year, we have a Latin mass. But Spanish mass is fun to go to, especially the midnight mariachi mass. That was fun on New Year's, or the night of Guadalupana, La Mañanitas. It's a special mass for the Virgen Maria. Huh.
Voici le clipped.
Yeah, you showed me that. Was it on a stream?
I just, I put it up yesterday.
Did anybody tell you what it could be worth?
No, I think it's just a couple bucks.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Now, if it was at least 25%, you're looking at probably $20 to $30.
A good quarter, 25% of that would be a big hunk out of it. That would have been singled out immediately as something, collectible or something.
But they hardly ever see those. I mean,
those wheats look pretty good. Look at that. That's all shot on my S10, my Samsung S10.
Yeah.
All of it. I mean, that's as good as, other than my ugly hands.
Using my Samsung, it takes, sometimes depending on how many videos I got on there, shortens the amount of time. The maximum I've ever had was 8 minutes video time. Lucia, I'm kind only because you are such a nice lady.
Yeah, otherwise he's just a troll. He's just terrible. That's the truth. No, it's not.
It's my Catholic youth coming through. Hey, Johnny Ray, how you doing?
If you punch him in the shoulder, he'll pull your ponytail. Here are the pretty ones.
Oh, Johnny Ray's a truck driver. He's on the road right now.
Oh, Johnny Ray. Oh, look at this. What the hell is that?
I don't know what that is.
You'll see the back of it in a moment because it didn't go in order, but
It was a fluorescent?
there.
It's fluorescent.
Yeah, it's weird. And it's under the exact same lighting as all of these were taken, all at the same time. Even that one's sort of showing it a little bit.
Hey Johnny, I have a J7 Samsung, but I don't have the length that some people have. Like sometimes they stream with them. I had a little bit of confrontation with my laptop versus my phone over there, and I tried to figure it out until I had to just cut it out and just go straight to this phone. And I couldn't text. I couldn't get people to be invited on so I could talk to them on the phone.
Well, this is just the S10.
Hey, John, what kind of weather is it like? Is it getting cold yet? Getting icy roads or cold temperatures?
Where is he?
He's in Wisconsin going to Minnesota.
The great state of Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what kind of accent they have right now. I think it's almost Canadian. Eh?
Minnesotan, think of Jesse Ventura.
Oh, go ahead.
He's a great Minnesotan.
Wasn't he governor too? I think he was governor. of
That's
Southern
why
California.
that's why I relate him to the place. Otherwise, I wouldn't even know.
47 degrees. That's that's freezing for
It's
West
getting chillier.
California. Yeah, I like the summer weather because it's warm in the daytime and at night it's cooling down. I can do stuff. Yeah, John. I think Johnny's he's a long hauler. I think.
Does he pull vans or is he driving the Super B?
I don't know. I think he opens. He has closed containers. I don't see anybody anymore with doubles anymore. Everybody's always pulling 53 footers anyway.
What about those friggin' land trains?
You know what I'm scared about? This I know they say it's supposed to be safer. Is autonomous driver. You know, diesels.
Don't be. For years, they're going to have people in those things along with. I mean, the first 10 years, it's going to be shared. It's just going to be, but it's going to happen, and they're going to do a better job than people because they're going to know more things simultaneously. They're going to do things faster. It's going to be safer in the long run. It really is. But for the first little while, truck drivers are going to get paid the same just to ride along and make sure nothing goes wrong.
And then they're out of a job.
And then they're out of a job, just like buggy whip makers and a few other different things we could think of if we were to think a little harder on the subject. Vehicles that move heavy loads will literally drive themselves.
Johnny Ray says that he hauls a 53-foot dry van.
Yeah, cool.
I used to unload 53 footers from grocery, and sometimes they were stacked on pallets, or they were what we called lay low and floor and hide in the pike, which meant they packed it so that all the heavy stuff was on the bottom, all the light stuff on top, but they would just fill it to the roof.
Wow.
Then they're supposed to allow a little bit of space so you can walk back there if something falls over, or you have to get something wedged out of there. But geez, I remember unloading those trucks when it was 105 degrees outside and the van was 115, 125. Oh, that's all your videos?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Now, there's a lot. There's a bunch of unreleased ones too that could kind of go anytime.
Johnny Ray. What time is it? Geez, for him it's what? 3:30, almost 4 o'clock over there for him. Bank of Canada. Banque du Canada.
That's a centennial dollar bill there. You see the serial numbers are the years.
Uh-huh. Those are one of the colors of the banknotes for us. Yeah, I'm not too crazy having Elizabeth in every denomination.
Wow.
Is that King Edward?
Here's her predecessor. Yeah.
That's her dad, right?
I don't know. Honestly, couldn't tell you. I wouldn't make bets on it. We have in the current bills, there's not so much Elizabeth. We're honoring some people. We have some other leaders and stuff like that. But back in this day, 57, yeah, it was all about Liz.
Yeah, we're still smoky down here. I mean, the matter of fact, this afternoon, it was like a haze, but it was all smoke and ash in the air.
Purple haze. The ash comes down like acid rain then.
Oh yeah, it's good. It's gonna kill a lot of vegetation down here in the valley. Oh, Lucy Lexi coins. It was probably the 46 Philadelphia. That's the shilling. Oh, I never saw one of Churchill before. I think one of my favorite quotes from Churchill says, "If you're going through hell, keep going." That's a Pesos Morelos. Walking Liberty. Are these all yours?
Yes.
Wow. Newfoundland. Is that Newfoundland?
Yes. Before joining Canada.
Man, 58-foot trailers. How are they going to drive them in town?
Oh, they hate it.
I mean, I see 53-foot turning corners, and they got to go into the left turning lane in order to make a right hand lane. I don't see how they can put 5 more feet. And why would 5 feet make a difference? That would be unusual. I shouldn't have drank that Dr. Pepper. Now I'm awake. That's a nice one. Who did the design on that face?
I do not know.
It looked like Picasso.
It does, doesn't it? Very. So that's Fillmore Go. All the stuff is made with. It's very easy.
I heard of that.
Same picture. There's that picture.
That's the one.
A dime this time.
That's a silver dime.
There's the 67 nickel. One of the standout quarters. That rose again. Very nice always. Good old Stanley Cup.
They look like a poppy.
There's the one for the cancer, breast cancer. That's the one that Mike sent me. Toonie.
Whoa.
Good old, peace dollar.
Yeah.
Canadian loonie. Canadian silver dollar.
Johnny says that it takes about 11 states to approve the use of 58 trailers.
58-foot trailers. Yeah. From 53 to 58, that's got to be a pain. They shouldn't send any trucker into town with anything bigger than one of them 28-footers.
I used to remember unloading doubles, but that was a pain unhooking the one that we needed in front because they made our first stop there.
That's cruel.
Yeah, I know. But that's what it was. 75, 86 when I was working at grocery stores. And then when I started working for Target, we started getting multiple trucks a day, 53-footers, and they're all stacked from bottom to top. Nothing on pallets. We could unload a truck of what was it? How many feet was that?
So here's my old version video. I start with the coin in a state, not moving, and then in a second I'm going to go to rotating the turntable, and I'll give them about that. The hardest part about this video was getting the coin centered on the camera so it didn't wander all over the place when I spun it. Even it's got that funny sheen to it.
You know, some it might be. You got toning going on. Is that a silver coin?
Yeah.
Then it might be toning then.
Yeah. And in a second, I'll flip it. This was my standard how I make a video up until just the other day. Static, spinning. Now I should let it get to about there. So it's going to be, there we go. Now I'll flip it. Flip. Come on, flip. I will eventually flip this. There's no way I only show one side of a coin.
I hope Johnny Ray's not texting us while he's driving. Probably is.
He's probably text to speech though.
I hope so.
Oh, these guys know exactly how to do it. They're using the best of technology out there. Probably got a Blue Parrot headset on. Blue Parrot, my buddy's got one. Actually, I got one too. But you can stand right beside a running motor, and the guy you're talking to doesn't even hear the motor. And there's, of course, Liz in her glory. Very sparkly.
She looks awfully young there.
Yeah, it's a good version of her. Time doesn't spare anyone, not even Liz. But her hair and the crown in this looks gorgeous.
So I'm assuming that Prince Charles won't be the next king. It'll probably be
Is it really relevant? I mean,
no.
does it matter? He's
Well,
just another group of dumb people trying to. I don't know. I don't care. I honestly don't care what they do with that.
I've always here's my theory on the dumb people that get elected. I'm only talking about my country because I only know the stats from my country. And in the past, since I was 18, since 76, I mean, we've had rule of law for 18-year-olds to vote since 72. In those times, between that time and now, people were afraid that the new revolution people from the 60s, the hippies, the military, not the military, but the militia and the militant brown berets, Black Panthers, would influence our government. But yet, at this time, in this moment, our conservative government is so entrenched that I don't see anything of the past saying that they would be progressive. Oh, dude, man, Johnny, you're the man. He drives and he bids on auctions.
Well, if you know what you want, if they've got one, then you can buy it. I don't know.
It's just I remember when 18-year-olds started voting, it was a big deal, and we took it seriously. I mean, I did. But ever since then, it just seems like less and less Americans vote. They said in the last election, out of 117 million eligible voters, only 30% voted.
Isn't that amazing? And here's the other thing on it. This has been my theory. Now, I was working for AT&T in Canada as a technical representative. So if you had your phone, like even where you are, and it was an AT&T phone, and you dialed 611 to talk to AT&T, you talked to me. And so we were pretty tight with, how America was feeling. We had, glimpses from every single one of our customers from everywhere in the United States. And we watched as Trump got elected. And I said, and I still kind of maintain that it went like this. This is what it looked like to me. It looked like 30% of the people were voting for Trump. They were just going to support that guy. He's their guy. That's that. 30% of the people were not going to vote for Trump. He's no way. There's no how. It's just not going to happen. He's not our guy. And 30% of the people of the United States said, "What the hell? I mean, how can he be worse than what we've had? Why don't we give this guy a chance? I mean, he's a good businessman. He's done so many things. We know his name. He's got money. Maybe he knows what he's doing. What can we lose by giving him a chance?" And those 30% won't vote that way this time.
Yeah, I've been watching some videos, and I first see them, and then they've been taken off, and it says YouTube, took off a certain number of Russian and Chinese propaganda commercials, or stuff like that. And a lot of times, I could not believe some of the things they were saying, like Hillary was running a sex trafficking out of a pizza parlor in New York. And,
they're all going to get arrested. I know. I have a friend. They're going to arrest the Clintons. They're going to arrest Hillary. They're all going to get arrested. I look at him and says, none of this is going to happen, man. Like, you have to hear yourself. You really do. None of this is going to happen.
Johnny Ray says he picked up a 1949 PD&S double mint set tonight.
Oh, was that you? I think I saw that. That was an auction? Yeah. That was at Durbin's auction.
Yeah, that was at noon, around noon, I should say.
I looked at that. That was pretty sweet.
I just picked up a box.
No, wait, that wasn't even the one I was thinking of. The 49 PDS double mint set. That was like $1,200. Yeah, it was like an unbelievable set. If that's the one I was thinking of, isn't that the one? Yeah, he was the big wow. Yeah. If that's the one. Hey, do you see that video I've got up there?
Yeah, I saw you pick up the 84.
Right.
I mean,
But
81.
81 is not supposed to be clad like that. There's nowhere. I found nothing. It's not supposed to be silver. Like, period. End of story.
Wait a minute, wait. You mean that's supposed to be clad?
I'm telling you that this is a Canadian penny, and in this year, it was made of copper. There's no variant that isn't copper. So what the hell is this?
You left it up with a penny? I mean, with a magnet?
Yes.
You sure? You sure? Oh, wait a minute. You picked it up with a magnet. Did you weigh it?
Yes. I don't know if it's on the screen, but I did weigh it. Now there's a 65, just for comparison purposes. I even have another one. I bring out some. That's like a brown. I bring out a red as well, so you can see.
Let me check. Let me check what it's supposed to be made out of, because I do.
There's my magnet. There's my magnet.
I do foreign coins in. What year is that? 81.
81.
Okay, so you're in America. I got this foreign coin thing that I look up all the weights and everything made, and it's an 81. There's 7 of them, and it's a cent, right?
That is correct.
Okay. It says it's supposed to be pure
Copper.
copper.
And
Okay, here's what it's supposed to weigh: 2.8 grams.
I haven't put it. It actually doesn't belong to me. It belongs to my brother-in-law roommate, and it's currently in a flip. But it was weighed, and it
Okay. And I'm looking at 81, and it says it's supposed to be bronze. It's smooth. It's no deviation of orientation of the obverse and reverse. It's supposed to be 19 millimeters diameter and 1.45 thickness in millimeters. I weigh that puppy real quick, dude. You may have it. Is your nickel the same size as your cent?
No.
Because it looks like. What about
That's a real cent beside it, or
Oh, I know. I see it. I see it.
they're the same size exactly. And no, the nickel's much bigger, much. And
Okay.
the dime much smaller.
If it weighs the same or 0.1 gram over, it could be
Plated.
plated.
That's all I'm thinking. I mean, it's not that magnetic. That magnet's a super strong magnet, and it picks it up, but only barely. It wants to fall off. If it was iron, like a steel penny, it snaps up onto that magnet like a 10 of them would. Snap, just like that.
$1,250, he said, Robert Lawson, coin op.
Yeah, that was the one. I saw that. That was amazing. Yeah, we went from Durbin's to a little tiny break, and then everybody showed up at Coin Op.
You know, I have an 81. I think I have an 81 copper Canadian. And you know something, it doesn't look coated. It does not look like it's zinc coated.
I've had this video up for a while, hoping somebody was going to tell me what the hell I don't know. I got nothing out of the coin world.
Let me ask you this. Do you have a scale?
Yes.
Can you weigh it? Do you have it with you nearby?
I have the scale closer than the coin. Again, it's my roommate's. He's asleep, and it's in his collection. So, and I had him put it in a flip right away.
Yeah. The only thing that's magnetic is has. Well, let me see what the composition is totally. It doesn't give the composition of it. And it was only made for 2 years, 81 and 80.
But the penny?
That's what it says here. Only 2 years, 80 and 81.
Okay, well,
It must be something in the design changed.
okay, that's possible, but I don't know what really.
Yeah. Well, you got one next to it. You have that penny next to the
I do.
steel one. Johnny Ray. Jeez. I haven't spent that much money just in all the coins that I bought since
That's pretty killer.
March. Wow, that's nice.
In this picture, it looks frosted. It doesn't look the same. It is the same coin, though.
That just could be lighting. Yeah, I would. First of all, I would weigh it. Who was really good at Canadian coins?
Rich.
Misplaced Rich. Uh, I'm not sure about Rich, but Yoper Girl, Misplaced Yoper Girl. She's on big time on Canadian coins. I didn't even catch it when I was watching it with the other penny next to it.
More pennies are coming. This video's got some comparisons. Pretty sure.
Yeah, the first thing I would do tomorrow morning if you had a chance to get into his collection and ask him, weigh that puppy.
That right here.
If it was nickel, it'd weigh more.
And it would be way more magnetic.
Well,
Yeah, no, it would. Believe me.
let me ask you this: does the Canadian mint any coins from foreign countries? Like not the
Yes.
United States? They do. Okay,
Yes, tons.
that might be a possibility.
Okay, so there's a brown, a red, and that.
Okay, let me see what the 75 is built out of. Let's see. Go back and go to 75. 1975.
What am I-
Okay, the 75 is made out of bronze. So it's a combination of copper and zinc. Okay, so the other one is a 64. Let me see what that one is. 64. 1964. Okay. You see that 64 weighs 3.24 grams and it's 19.05 millimeters wide.
That one's a 65, but
Oh, 65? Okay, we'll change that then. 65, 65,
65, 75, 81.
65. 65 weighs. Yep, 3.2524, 3 grams, 24 hundredths, and it's 19.0. So it's a little bit bigger, a little thicker. Yeah. That percentage of copper is only because it's weighed more than your first one. Your first one is an 81, and that one weighs, yeah, it's a lot lighter, so there's more zinc in it.
Zinc is super
Yeah,
light.
because the 81 weighs 2.89 grams, and it's still 19 millimeters. But I'm thinking the thickness is where the difference is. Let me go back to 75.
75. 75.
Find that one. And let's see, look at that one. Yeah, it's wow, 1.65 milligrams. The other one was 0.45.
What the? This is my
Oh, coins for me? Yeah, you should be able to, yeah.
and so when I go down here, it measures 155 thickness. 1905.
Yeah.
And it's 98% copper, so it's mostly copper. I mean, there's very little not copper here.
Okay, look at the 81 using the same website you have. '81. See what the composition is. Yeah, I see. It's still the same percentage, except your copper is higher on that one.
No, it was the same, 98%.
It was 98? I thought it was 95.
Nope.
Okay.
But the thickness,
Yeah.
138, 133.
1900 is still the same diameter. It's the thickness that makes the weight difference.
Just
I wonder if Johnny Ray knew exactly that set was coming up that he was selling for it.
He said that its value was way higher. Like he was just talking about what it could be bought for elsewhere, and it was like mega money was saved if that's what you were after. So there's a big difference. So there's a 3.24 to 2.8. There's a little bit more thickness in that heavier one, but
Right.
very little more, but more. And there's well, that's a fair bit. Oh, I mean, not thickness, but a size. 1905 to 1900. So there's a little bit more diameter and there's more thickness.
Yeah, but 500s is not very much.
No, it's definitely not. But it's something. It's enough that they measure it. So they're both smooth and both non-magnetic with both correct up and down diaxes. Yeah, so
look at the population. Go lower, right there. PCGS has got it at.
sorry. Okay, so there's the first one.
Okay, so there's 9 of them, but where are the 9 on PCGS?
Must be further.
Yeah, MS what? There they are.
So there's a 166, 265s, 264s, 263s, 155. Okay.
I bet your coin's about an AU50 starting. But the rarity of it is the coin going to be, oh my goodness.
What the hell is it? I mean,
yeah. What? First of all, what it's not. Well, it's not copper, but it's got to have steel in it. It can't be aluminum. It can't be brass. It cannot be bronze. Zinc doesn't get picked up.
it's got to be plated.
Well, if it's plated, you would see more distortions on the letters, more distortion on the details. You see more like a fill over. That looks too clean.
Well, it has been blowing my mind for a little while.
Well, you know something? I'd be going crazy tomorrow, or wait till tomorrow.
Can't go crazy. I don't have time.
Yeah, Johnny Ray says that news and media thus far has a fair market price value that's set at $15.49. I'm assuming he means eBay, selling at $1,900. Ooh, man.
Yeah, he did it. He did well. Again, if that was a set that you wanted, then you can't beat it.
Well, I bought a box today. Not today, yesterday. No, sorry, Thursday. Because we're now on Saturday. I bought a box on Thursday where there's an unopened box of 1980 proof sets.
Hmm.
And there's 5 of them in there. Now, I heard from one of them saying that I got him for, well, how much I get for it? I paid, if I remember correctly, I paid $52 for it. No, can't be $52. Anyway, I know I got the price right here. I paid the $5. Where is it? The $5, 1980. Men's set original 5-pack. I paid $51 for it. Supposedly, one of if it's the right one, it's been unopened for 40 years, unopened, and I'm hoping that one of the sets or some of the sets, if I sell them, I'll probably keep one for future. But I'm looking at maybe $100 each set. Some people said more, but I'm not going to put it past that. But Scent Hoarder is really wanting me to open it up when I get it. So I'm going to do a open reveal when I get it next week. Oh, you're looking for it right now?
No, I'm looking for something else that went down earlier today. There it is.
Well, Johnny Ray did a real good job on buying that, if that's the case.
Yeah, I think he did.
1940s. Okay, Walking Liberty.
That comes on after this. Hang on, give me just a sec here.
Johnny Ray, it's 2:02 here in California. How long you been driving? I wonder if he's still there. I hope we're keeping you awake on the road.
Face reveal.
No, Joe's always not been afraid of that.
Talking about the shirt.
Oh, yeah. You know, if I had bought every shirt of all my channels, I've got 870 subscribers. Can you imagine me buying one shirt for every person? Since 7 Eastern time. Oh,
Hang on.
wow. That means he's been on the road since 3 hours from now, 5 o'clock. Here in California, it would be there 5 o'clock over where he's at now. So he's been driving an hour so far. Oh, did you buy that one? Darren, did you buy that one? Oh my goodness.
I already have it. I have there's the card that comes with it with all the details of the coins, weights, measurements, all of that. Official from the government. And then I have the inspection sticker. That this is just a little wee piece of paper that is literally inspected by number 42 or whatever it was who did it. That's the same. What's unfortunate is it really isn't worth much.
Are they silver?
One
Are
of
they
the
clad?
pieces, clad for the most part. The one piece is at the top is a 50%er. But it's
Yeah.
it's a really nice
I even won, I won a 1970 proof set too on Thursday's auction with Senhorder.
The top one on mine is starting to tone a bit around the edges, but exactly the same. And it's unfortunate because you watch this thing go for like $15 or something. I don't know. Something just pathetic.
So it's clad. Most of it's clad then?
Yeah, everything except for that one is clad. It's 83. But as I say, that top one with the skater or whatever university, that's a 50% silver piece. It's unfortunate because you can't see who bought it or how much it went for because you can't see the chat. There's no chat replay. So you can't see what it actually went. Oh, what you can do, though, you can open up a little googly spreadsheety.
There you go.
See that I know it was pretty early in the day. I missed the Canada Large Cent, though. I haven't ever bought anything on a... There it is. So $25. American. So that's like $30 Canadian. And I have them like for all the years.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
But it's just interesting when you see something that you've got go up for auction, you know, like specifically. It's not just a coin of the same year, but a full-on mint set. I'm not properly registered with the Durbins yet, but every once in a while when somebody wants to bid and he feels he knows them well enough, he makes an exception and you can kind of bid. For the whole time that you've known me and a little bit beyond that, I always make it a point of stopping in and saying hi, and they always recognize me, so they kind of know how long I've been kicking around. I don't know if they would make an exception in my case, but I feel as though they probably would, in terms of if I chimed in and told them I totally had to have something and I would send my registration right away if they would only allow me to just go ahead and bid on it. I think they'd feel safe enough with me to let me go ahead. They have for a few people, and I understand not wanting to do that because, of course, people who don't bid truthfully and bona fidely screw everything up, but that wouldn't be me.
Hey, Mike, thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you said hello.
Hey, Mike. Mike Palette. Palais? Because you would say Palais if en français. Palais. Michel Palais. All right, that's enough of Durbins. Oh, we can find that one that what they bought. Where did I? It wasn't not on this one. The other one. Not Durbin's coin op.
Oh, jeez. See, that's my favorite coin right now. Morgan's. Well, actually, Morgan's, Stanley Liberties, Walking Liberties.
You just like those big, solid.
Yeah,
Silver coins that really, they're super substantial and they're fun to have in your hand.
Well, I used to remember my dad used to say about his dad that he would always walk around. If you have $1 in your pocket, you'll never go wrong. But it's not different in Spanish.
Can't spell.
Well, Mike's been on the road a long time. Jeez. I don't know if I can drive 10 hours straight. I mean, I've done it, but... Oh. There's Robert Lawson. Mike, I'm not Mike. Johnny Ray was telling me he's been driving for 23 years. My wife is counting her days down. Her last day of work this month is the 31st of this month. She's retiring.
It was the second from last thing, and he killed it. He like over the opening bid, I think he spent $50. He killed it. It was awesome. Look at this mess of a penny here, though. Double struck Indian head penny. That one, I don't know what that one went for, but I'm sure it was something fantastical.
Mike says you said it correctly. He said you said it right the first time. Palais, as it sounds like wooden pallet, except only with one L.
Okay, koala. This must be almost at the end. Koala. When did koala come up? This is the right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the one. And
Indian said, let's see.
I feel like I'm looking at the wrong one. Koala, it's way up here.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
he's almost towards the end.
I don't understand it. Don't get the whole thing. I am almost at the end of this right here. And he was just showing koala. What is this? That's that one.
That's a Benji. Watching a quarter.
There they are. That's them.
That's from the 1949.
Yeah.
It's got some holes in it.
I know. I don't know what to make of it. I didn't bid. I noticed he's definitely got one full set for sure. Can't show the back because of the way the packaging is. But it's like there's 3 sets there.
Those are quarter holes. Oh, wait a minute. He's got 2 sets?
It was like almost 3 sets, not one completely complete, and then these other 2. Just follow with me. I'm reliving this with you.
Hello, lady kid. Welcome back.
Now you can see what's missing on the one card. There's 2 missing ones. And then that one's full.
Yeah, he's missing 2 quarters in the other card.
But it's kind of like getting all of those for the price of buying just one. So that's killer. Like the price of just one of those cards was more than what he paid for all 3.
So does he have to keep them that way in order to get the value of $1,900 kept on it?
I don't know. Beats me. What do you think, Mike? Are you going to keep them just that way, or do you have plans? Probably if you break them out, they've got more value individually for people who need them, I would think. So like so many things, when you break them apart, and piece value things tend to be.
Right. It's all there. It has 2. No, I'm reading from far away. It's all there.
That's how the mint set was.
Oh, really?
Okay. He's the man spending the money. I'm not going to doubt it. That's how they came, he says. That's it. Good for me.
Well, I'm getting a little bit better at judging prices. I mean, I'm using 2 books. It takes me a little time, but those lists really help me out when you know, like the listing for each of the auction bids, you know, it kind of tells me the prices that people are bidding on certain things. And like I bought a Barber dime for $10. And I know one guy who will not spend anything more than face value. He'll trade for silver value, but nothing more than that.
Well, then he's not a numismatist, right? Not looking at numismatic value. That's fair. You're a stacker. You're going to have to get a certain deal for it to be worthwhile.
Right.
If you're not a stacker, that's different. I looked at a coin earlier today. In fact, maybe it was Robert here, had some sort of very small gold piece that was going. Yeah, it was Robert.
The
And I
120th?
asked- Mhm.
The 20th?
Yeah, and it was.
I saw that.
I said, "How much is that worth?" And he said, "Well, it's like $120 worth of gold, but that's not what you're buying. You're buying numismatic value." Fair enough. No problem with that. Yeah, but those are the sets.
I had a friend of mine, actually is my dad's friend, but he was an older gentleman, he was a war buddy for my dad's. He was born in Tennessee, but he didn't have any children and he didn't have any grandchildren.
Wow.
Um,
Johnny
and-
Ray says those stay in the packaging as is. No plans to change any of that.
Oh. But he paid for half of my schooling at my private high school. And he was a jeweler in town, so I guess he could afford.
What a
Yeah.
smart guy, though. I mean,
Yeah,
people will do that kind of stuff.
yeah. Well, he was really a good man. I mean, he treated all his kids, pretty much for our graduation. He always tried to give us a gold watch. And my parents telling us, you should take what he gives you, but if it gives you more than one option, go for the silver or go for the chrome or go for the leather watch. And I went for the chrome watch, and it was nice, but I couldn't take a gold watch from him because he already paid for half of my schooling, for 4 years. And but I used to go to his house, and he would show us his gold coin collection. He had books and books of them.
Jeez, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it was really nice. And then he moved when he got sick, and then his brother, I guess, inherited the collection, and we didn't hear anything more of him. But he was a really good man, a really nice man. His name is Theodore H. Elliott. I always want to mention his name. It kind of makes me feel like they're still around.
I have a thing about that, saying people's names who have gone, saying them out loud. That brings them back in a funny way. That's how I feel about it. I know they don't come back, but
It's funny because as part of our Mexican culture, we have what we call Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, and then we have Catholicism. We have All Saints Day and All Souls Day.
Yeah.
And that's part of our, I would say,
they say mass for the repose of the soul of this person or that person.
yeah. But it's more like, we have ofrenda, which is I don't know if you ever see the movie Coco.
No.
And it's a Disney movie based on Spanish music, which is actually Mexican music, and they play a lot of the folk lore that we talk about. That we have ofrendas and we have Dia de los Muertos, and we sort of have like a revisiting the family. I mean, I've never seen it until I grew. I went to Mexico and I grew up with my grandfather a little bit because every other summer would go visit him or go to Christmas every other year. And I was never around All Saints Day, but one time he came over and he says, "You guys don't do the ofrendas? You guys don't do this, do that?" And I said, "Grandpa, this is the United States. We didn't know what those things are." And he showed us. And then years later, my kids started getting into it, and then my wife actually got into it more. Yeah, that's going to be that's a killer Canadian coin there. That is something weird. You know who also had who asked me a question about their coin? Wheatback Attack had a coin. Don't quote me on the year because I can't remember, but it was a Philadelphia, and it was silver. And it weighed more than the clad coin for Washington quarters. I tell him, dude, whatever you do, put it in a flip, weigh it. He weighed it and told me what it was. It was almost 9 grams. And I told him, that you got something there, guy. It's got to be worth something. And he kept it. You doing some editing right now?
No, I'm just looking at a couple of coins here I may show off in a moment. This one I haven't looked at too closely yet. That's fucking amazing. Pardon. Oh, sorry. I should quit swearing quite so much.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to start learning how to cherry pick.
My camera's quit.
Huh?
My camera quit. I mean, I think you're still watching the video. That's no problem. But my actual camera, I'm frozen.
I know.
That's-
I see it.
I move more than that. That's all right for now.
Well, your other camera looks like there's a shade going through it, so I'm not sure that's the one that you're using.
Well, you're watching. That's a video,
Right.
so it's my shaky camera rig, which is basically a suspended phone. I don't want anybody to know what I'm doing right now. It's a secret.
Yeah, they were selling Blue X yesterday with Sand Hoarder. Blue X were selling for $25 a piece.
What word? Blue what?
A Blue Ike.
Oh.
It's a certain tone to a Eisenhower dollar that you had there, but it was a 74, and the other one was a 71. One more. There was 71, 74, and I think that's only two they sold. 71S. It was silver. What year was that Eisenhower? This is how the 1955 PD&S came from the mint. Philadelphia, you got all the coins. Denver, all the coins except for the half dollars. And San Francisco only had the dimes and Lincoln cents. Oh.
So this is the background of how that mint set came to be that kind of way?
Yeah. But it says 55, and I thought he was talking about the 49. This is how the 55 PD&S came from the mint. Philadelphia, you got all the coins. Denver, all the coins, except for the half dollars.
Oh, so this is sets from all the mints.
Yeah.
Each mint is represented there, and the coins that they made. And if they didn't make the coin, then it wasn't represented on their card.
Right.
I get it.
And then it says, Johnny says 74 and 73.
I think I get it.
I'm talking about the Ike. Well, it says here 71S Ike silver dollar blue Ike. And then the 74 blue Ike silver. That the 74 sold for $25, and the 71 Ike sold for $12. That's a big price change.
All right.
Sometimes when I'm working on my coins, I just normally just sit in the background and just listen to them.
Some of these, like this one that's on the screen right now, that one that Morgan or Peace or whatever it was, whatever that was. God, I love the look of that thing. I mean, that I don't know what the MS is or any of that crap, but
Okay.
I just like the look of that coin. Like, I mean, this one's nice too. I've always liked all of these, like the ones you like, but that one that I've got, it just looks so solid.
The peace dollar, the 22?
Is that what it was? The 22? Even this one looks nice and solid. I'm trying to get my camera back to working here. Oh, I see. The battery just died. That's all. She just crap the bed, as they say.
Well, at least you have the other one, your other web going.
I'll just let that get some beta ray in it. Fill up the beta ray. You know, when you run out of beta ray, then the thing stops working. You don't want to run out of your beta ray. Let's see what else we can do here. I have many, many phones. $84. Doop, doop, doodle, 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 doodle. Move that over the. Oh, okay. That was funny. Okay, so there I am again. Nothing like having a bunch of phones. Okay, that camera's on the wrong way. Okay, I gotta bail out of here. I gotta switch the phone to the other back. I gotta reattach it. And there we go. Okay, we're looking around again. Get the camera, let's get some light on that. Turn it on and get a little bit of light on the subject. Next, we can just put that away.
I would be so lucky to pick up something like that, you know. Like I'm betting on those 1980 proof sets that come in. See how that goes. Yeah, I'm gonna start pulling some of my stuff off.
Just the lighting here a little bit.
Yeah, you're in the dark right now.
If I move that over to there.
Is that a barber? Yeah.
One of the only ones I got.
Well, don't feel too bad because there's some, like, I got just 8 pennies. I'm sorry, 8 cents buffaloes, not 8 cents buffalo, 8-cent Indian heads that I'm gonna fill my book up with.
I can't get this thing out of the shadows no matter what I do. Oh, wow, look at that.
$13 stars.
Not so much wing left. '07 Barber.
Johnny says that the 1954 PD and S, all 3 cards were full. That must be something that I'm not I mean, I didn't know there was box sets where you can buy, 5 at a time of the proof sets. I just bought it because I thought it was neat, and they were telling me, "Yeah, are you going to open it?" I said, "If I can make a deal more, double my money, I won't open it. But if I don't get double, then I'll just open the ones I've got now and see what I can get for it." But I mean, in 40 years, the box has not been opened.
Here, let's share with you this one. This one should be pretty darn nice to look at.
You still running the video on the other one?
Yeah, that's a video. You would have to switch me camera-wise to my live camera here.
I didn't. Let's see. Did I do that?
Yeah, you can do that. One of these is me sharing a screen, right? Not a camera. There I am. That's me.
Okay.
Now, is the zoom. There it is. This one has never been out of its book in the whole time I've owned it until now. And I've taken it out of the book. This one's never been photographed by me yet.
It's nice.
I'm going to have to do a few pictures of this one before I put it back in the book.
Yeah. I don't see any errors so far. That's the numbers. Eyelids okay. Ooh, look at. Let me look at the U on your pertimus. I thought I saw some. The other U. There's a split in the middle at the top right. Yeah, you. I think you should take some closer pictures of that. A little dizzy, but it doesn't look like it's a split.
Give me just a second on the dizziness.
Sure.
This is not set up. Take just a second to dial it in. Because I didn't plan on doing that, but then I did it. So that's the plans. Man plans, and what happens? God laughs. That's what happens. That's one of my favorite sayings. Man plans and God laughs. Oh, right. This isn't the camera I use for this, but it should fit. Okay, this should work. Is that a jet plane flying overhead? Still fits.
Well, I'm glad Johnny Ray's still with us.
Oh, Johnny Ray. Okay, where the hell did I put those next parts? Parts. Right there. Put together the redneck camera rig. Redneck camera rig. Do. It's amazing what a little ingenuity can do.
Well, that's scary.
Squirt that down there. Oh, let's move that back over to here. Over to there. I like that. I like that. Now we can zoom in.
Wow, that's nice.
I pulled that one out of the book for this. I probably shouldn't be pulling things out of my book, but I get to do what I want because they're mine.
I'm glad to keep you awake there, Johnny Ray. I'm glad you're with us.
Yeah, she is pretty, isn't she? Let's see what the other side looks
She
like.
is. Doesn't that feel like a good coin? I mean, it's something solid in your hand.
Look at the wings on this bird.
Yeah.
I'm going to just give it all the zoom I've got here. Oh, wow. Look at that.
That's a 21. What year? I mean, what mint?
I'd have to flip it to check again, which I'll do after.
Okay. Yeah, slowly on the letters because you can probably see some errors in the God We Trust or even the United States of America.
Right now, not only is this a way of looking at coins, but if we had our earthquake, you would so know.
You know something? I have a California seismograph right now, and it's live, and I'm looking at. It's been quiet for the last. Let's see, what's the last time it rang here? At 2.2. At 2.2 at almost 2 o'clock in the morning, we had a earthquake magnitude of 2.2. And
Like
then,
yesterday?
what's that?
What, like yesterday?
No. Well, let's see. No, this morning. At we had a 5.3 in Westmoreland just now.
Just now?
Just now.
You know we're kind of on the same fault, right?
Oh yeah, I know that. Oh, right now, no, it's 1.1. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what the second number is, but the first one is a 1.1 that happened just 30 seconds ago.
That's a hell of a good-looking bird. In God I trust.
Hey, Johnny Ray, do you normally listen to people streaming this late at night to just keep you going on the road, keep you awake?
I don't want to touch that too much more. We'll pop that back in the book where she belongs.
Yep.
I could pop out something else. Mm-hmm. He says, knowing he shouldn't, but thinking he might. Well, I've already pulled this slide open, so I could pop out something that's right here on this slide. That seems reasonable. I could get it out of the way of the camera so you can't see it at first, and then I could present it to you. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, Kennedy.
Mr.
Oh, no. Do they have fingerprints on it on the right?
A good president. Well, probably my own finger.
Yeah, well, I remember him as a child. Oh, don't do that. It won't come off.
Oh, why not?
You just scratch it again.
Oh,
'Cause
well.
even cloth will scratch it.
This is microfiber, but
Um,
for eyeglasses.
I was 6 years old, 22 days, 11 months, 22 days old. When he was shot and killed.
That was a twinkle in my parents' eye.
I was across the street. After I was in first grade, and we went across the street to pray for the man. And by the time we got out, I don't know if we said the rosary. I can't remember really about that because I was looking at all the teachers crying and all the nuns crying and the older students, the 8th graders, they were crying, and all I remember was going back to class and then told us to go home. So we went home, and that was Thanksgiving week for us.
So this is pretty much put away from day one, I would think.
A little out of focus right now.
Zoom right in. this good little. Should pull out in a second. There we go.
Johnny, I don't mind talking about politics, but only with them and then back home. I mean,
Only with people who can agree to disagree.
did you have that on a plastic sheet, or is that because of the book?
The book is. So I've got the book, the slide open right now. One slide covers all. Now, I'm not going to pull out the next one because I've already pulled one out, and I have a few of the. Right. There's a few of the. What do you call it? President guy.
Well, right now I'm watching the California seismograph. And I was talking to somebody earlier. She was actually in an earthquake, and she felt it. And it was at 2:00, and it was if I remember correctly, at 2.9. And she ran out the door, and she's leaving out all night. She's doing what the people are doing are leaving their night stream.
I have 26 of those 64 Kennedys in this book.
How many?
26.
Yeah, she's still night streaming. She's got ways of measuring any kind of shaking by using a water with a fish in it. And then she's got another glass full of water with rubber duckies, tiny ones, and then marbles in a ring.
I like this one as I came across it. Remember, I was saying that I was getting some help going through the pennies. This one came to mind.
58 penny.
No, what?
Not in bad shape.
I don't even feel like this is the one. Was it this one? Yeah, that's the one.
35
Yeah.
or 37, 35.
$35 Philadelphia, no mint mark. Why I know that? I guess it's one of them things I'm never going to forget. It's pushed something else out of my brain. I don't know what it was I knew before, but I don't know it anymore because I now know that if it's got no mint mark, it's Philadelphia.
Right.
To San Francisco or Denver.
Yeah, I'm looking for 35 right now.
I didn't know.
35, no mint mark. It means Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Worth about 15 cents. That's the low end. If it was proof, you're looking at MS65 for $6.
Philadelphia Bolivar.
Now, some of those could be República de Venezuela. Un Bolivar.
Republica.
Yeah. That one is 25 cents, 1966.
Just sit right back and you'll hear.
You a tale of a favorite trip. I got it.
Okay, and then there's this one. This one gives itself away.
Is that Canadian?
Yeah,
Okay.
New Brunswick. So as I say, it kind of gives itself away, which means Elizabeth, and not Elizabeth. Of course, that's the not Elizabeth. Bolivar Liberator. Liberator?
Liberador.
Liberator.
Mhm. We roll our R's.
See, this one we just chopped her off at the neck. They must like that. She's got no titties like over here. She's got the big breasts here. The big, large bust, as they say.
Wasn't there an American coin that showed women's breasts and it was like a shock? And they took
I think there is one.
which coin that was. You're right. Do you remember which coin it was when they were showing a coin and it showed the woman's breast and they had to recall the
Was
coin?
it a child coming to the breast or something like that? Or
No, it was just a bare-breasted woman. What I remember correctly. If I do. I can't believe it. People are watching nothing. Wow.
well, we're like Seinfeld. Boom, 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 boom. We're a show about nothing.
Well, it's just showing two glasses, a box, a clock with the time on it, a couch, table, and a kitchen with a light on. And there are 7 people watching it right now. I'm one of them, but I'm getting out right now. Let's see. Let's go home.
If you ever wanted the key to the city of Vancouver, there it is.
Who's McCleek or McGeek or
G.G. McGeer. G-E-E-R. Mayor of Vancouver at that time. And that time was 1936.
So it's a token.
It's a token. Should get me anything I want in Vancouver, you'd think, but probably not. Back in my day, token was something different. This is just kicking around to show off. Oh, yeah. How frosty that looks. The old 66 Voyager with Liz, of course, all frosted over from years of not being anything but a coin just sitting around. And then there's another one.
Wow.
That's another pretty one, too. It's not in a book or nothing. It's one of my clattering around coins that I literally have in a pile of coins.
Man, you need to separate them and put them in flips, man.
There's a piece.
I want to see what the price of silver was today.
I was pretty reasonably up there, I think.
It dropped. Price of silver at 2 o'clock. I'm sorry, 2:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the 2nd. I'm going to update it and see. Let me see what I updated first before I say anything more.
Jacques Cartier. The lighting sucks. It doesn't really show off this coin. If it gets lit a little differently, it starts to look quite a bit different. Here, it kind of doesn't look good, whereas here, you can kind of see his face a lot nicer.
Yeah.
It's all in the lighting. Where I put my hands. All where I place my hands. Mr. Cartier. I found this when I was taking pictures of this particular coin before. Felt the exact same way about it. Just the way that it is. If the light hits it a certain way, it actually looks quite good. Otherwise, it really does hide its best features. There's that Churchill that we saw in the picture before. peso. A peso. Please, sir. May I have a peso? It's funny, not all that long ago I had all the coins cleared up off of here. Now we've got them laid out all over else. Oh well, that's what happens.
Is that a cord?
Yeah, that's the cord. That is the cord for the headset that I'm wearing that makes me sound half decent.
I was thinking about getting wireless earphones.
You could totally do that, but you would have to use them in conjunction more or less with your phone unless your computer has Bluetooth.
My phone has computer has Bluetooth.
Then you're good to go. You can get any kind of headset that you'd like, Bluetooth headset. You are good to go.
Well, the last earthquake that I see here is at Bridgemark, California at 2:43 a.m. today, 1.6 on the Richter scale.
Spectacular, the Silver Stacular had put up another hour visit with the coin guy. That guy's definitely helping him make content because he makes great content. Have you checked out anything with the coin guy?
No.
Spectacular, the Silver Stacular goes to the local coin shop. The
Yep.
guy calls himself Coin Guy, and he's really enjoyable. He's really knowledgeable and seems like a good egg.
I'm looking at my notifications, see if he had done anything lately. Majestic was here.
I'm going to bow out at 3, so
Same. I was just thinking the same thing, son.
that's pretty tiring. I still have to go to work tomorrow. That is, if they get the system up and running, and it doesn't look like they will because not from the email that I got, but we'll see. They screwed something up very badly earlier tonight.
So, what are your hours? I mean, what are your days off?
I'm off Wednesdays and Thursdays, and otherwise my hours are 1:30 in the afternoon to 10:30 in the evening.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind because I was thinking about keeping a regular schedule of doing some live streams, like from 9 to 12 only.
I'd be into that. Looking at my nickels now. Have a lot. Basically every one of the fish scale tiny silver nickels from Canada. I need them all except for one.
Oh, you know who stole one of those? Stenhorst. He's got them. He just got a,
all kinds of people have them. I just have no money to get them. Like, what am I going to do? People have them.
let's see.
You can see they're all missing. Once I get into the regular size nickels, I do quite well. There's only a couple of missing ones there that I could, fill out, and some of those are the ones you're never going to find.
Yeah.
Likely. What is it? That one that's always
I don't.
use a 26 dot. Yeah, nobody's got
I don't
26.
see those books here.
You don't get them?
I've never seen them in the United States.
Well, this is circa like way back when. They came from Dad, right? So these have been around since then. But the Coin and Currency Institute, New York, I don't know. There's something similar to this made still today.
Okay. What's it called?
There is a name for these ones, and
I mean the company that made them.
Look up Library of Coins is one thing to look up because that's their trademark. Made by the Coin and Currency Institute Incorporated, manufactured in the U.S. of A. But manufactured in 1959, or copyright 1959 or 9.
Well, I have nothing but American coin this year. Oh, here we go, Canada. Large and Small Sense, 1858 to 1962.
Okay, you see that? What they're just talking about right there?
Uh huh.
1858 to date. And in this, like, they didn't say 1962 because, there we go. We're the last page.
A used book is calling for $75.
1961, 1962. This is the same book, filled to 1962.
Yeah, it should be book number 60.
Volume 60.
That's it.
Yep.
That little book there is worth $75 by itself.
With nothing in it.
Nothing in it.
It's got to be worth quite a bit with the way this one is. It's
Coin Junkie, how you doing? He says, Coin Junkie says, I want.
It's good to want things.
I know Whitman sells albums for Canadian coins, but I wanted to get the original book for Canadian coins. How you doing there, Coin Junkie? Ag? Nice, Ag. Silver.
Ag.
Well, I've known him for quite a while.
Hey, Coin. I want lull too. I've always wanted lulls. I can't get any lulls these days. Bump, bump, a bump. Oh. Well, since that's out, maybe I'll grab this book now too. This is This is volume number 27, general album of dollar-sized coins, and that's what I rescued that coin from today. Now, obviously, my dad has decided to put other coins in things, but there's that barber that I had out.
Well, I tell you, there's no 27 here. Well, maybe dollar plain, no dates.
That's right.
Volume 27, you said?
Yeah. And those are all those Kennedys. And my very last.
That book that you have in your hand, new is $40. Used is $30.
And it's still in like library condition.
Okay. Do you have early dollars from 1794 to 1803?
That's going to be an American book. I won't have that.
Okay. Oh, it says dollars plain, volume 27. It's in dollars, and it doesn't say Canadian or American.
No, because it's a general album.
Oh.
Dollar-sized coins is what they called it back then. Whereas this is Canada, 1 cent to blah, blah, blah. And then, almost dropped my tablet. Don't want to do that. This one I've got a bunch of coins on right now, but of course it's the 5 cent one. Hang on a sec. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see. It must be 6 o'clock in the morning somewhere back east, almost. $18.58, huh? There's a whole bunch of books on eBay.
I'm back. I'm back in the saddle again. I'm back. So then we have the Canada Dimes, volume 62. So I guess that's another $40 book.
Let me see. Okay, book 62, you said?
I did.
62 book is worth $30.
All right. Then we've got book number 63. Canada 20 and 25-cent pieces, part 1.
It says call for price. You know what that means by that? It means it's expensive.
It means you can't get one from here.
Okay, what's the next one you have?
Part 2.
Call for price. Used $35. New. Call for price.
As you can see, the 50 center.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me. These are the 50-cent ones. I got that backwards there. Okay, so the two 25-cent ones. The one that goes back to when they were 20-cent pieces, and then of course part 2. So that's a very thin one, but there we go. So there's that. Now it is the 2-part 50-cent piece collection.
Volume 66.
And 65.
65 is $30 for the new one. Call for the price on the other one.
And then the Canadian dollar-sized book.
67.
67.
It's not listed here. Nope, not listed.
That's a lot of empty spaces there.
Mm-hmm.
Those first couple pages have got a lot of lightness to them for Canadian coins. Surprising.
There's a 6 a.m. over there. He's probably East Coast. Do you have one for the provinces?
No. The province dollars would be in here, I believe. Because I can see that there's, well, is that British Columbia? No, not really. That's the death dollar. No, I don't have one that covers the provinces. Is there a book for provinces?
I don't know.
Oh, you're in the catalog. I thought maybe their book was there. And
Look in the back of your book right there. There's a listings. Those should be all listings of what they have. Canadian coins, Newfoundland, British North America, other albums, general, commemorative, U.S. type, 19th century collections, 5 cent, 3 cents. No. What's the name of that company again? Standard Comics by the same publishers. Below that. I'm going to see about the Coin and Currency Institute. Coin and Currency.
imagine when they made this book that they had any idea that we could one day just do this. Just hold a book up and anywhere in the world, in fact, the whole world could read the book right now.
I know. Temporarily closed. It's in Clifton, New Jersey. Website. Coin and Currency Institute. Books. Supplies. World coins.
Quarters, halves, dollars.
World coins and coin sets. World proof and mint sets. Coins of England. Coins from gold coins from Sweden. Early date coins of Europe. Doesn't give any paper money in the United States, Brixton pound, prisoners of war money. Huh.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Canadian. Nope.
6, 7, 8. That's 9 different books I have here.
Well, just in books alone, if the average is $50, because some of these are $60, $70 each.
I can only imagine. All right. Well, 305 is here. I'm going to bow out. It's been a great pleasure, as it always is.
Yeah, same here. Always a good conversation.
We look at coins.
Yeah, we do the coins. We look at the coin supplies. We talked a little bit about politics, but not too much.
Can't go too wrong talking about coins.
No. Ooh, I like that one. That's got to be Bermuda with a trident one. Is that Bermuda? With a trident. It's that one.
I believe so. Barbados.
Barbados. No, that one that's weird. I haven't seen that one before. That looks like a lion. That's Persian.
This one's Persian.
That's Persian.
Actually, we'll just leave that there. I'll be sticking my nose in it. Oh yeah, that looks Persian now that you say it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what that sideways heart thing is, but it probably is totally sideways. I don't know what orientation this thing should have.
I only know by the other side.
We're back to my terrible hands. I'm no hand model.
Those
Here's my magnet.
the script that's below the lion. That's the date. Nice.
Yeah, that works.
Johnny Ray wants to know about flying eagles and Indian head since 1856 to 1909. Well, I tell you, 1856 is one of the rare ones I know we can't really get. I have a 57, and I don't have a 58 yet. That's Johnny Ray talking. And we got 5 people in here. Folks, it's time for me and Darren to go Mimi's, Betty Bye time, slumber. We got a big day tomorrow. I got my grandkids coming over. Now we got 6 people in here now. Oh, that's good. That was cool. But we're going to close it down for the night. Johnny, stay safe. Coin Junkie, thank you for coming in. The other 4 people that are in here, thanks for coming out. I'm going to try to keep a schedule like maybe 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Maybe a couple hours a night.
Don't go up against with conflicting time to Found It Buried.
Yeah.
And we can migrate the Found It Buried crew right over. If you start when he ends, but he ends fairly late at
Not right now.
No. He may still be pissing around, but that's not the normal stream. Like his normal stream deal usually ends. Is he still on now? Is he being a crazy? No.
He was.
It says streamed 1 minute ago. Yeah, I guess he just finally packed it in like we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not usually this late because he does a lot of streaming.
Hey, Midnight. Here's another good guy you need to talk to about coins. He knows the stuff. Him and Johnny, both those guys. As a matter of fact, I invited Midnight Silver Run with Stern coin Ascent Hoarder and to get together because I've got a whole bunch of BU rolls. I got my gloves ready, and I'm gonna have them get together with me, and we're gonna look for varieties and errors and everything else.
Got one of those mats yet to help find those?
No, I have a cheat sheet, like a little. I put all my dates down. Like right now, I've got 56, 59D. I've got 62 Philadelphia, so forth and so on. And then I put them right by date, and then I write them all out. Because if I write it out and I see it and I look at the coin, it helps me remember.
Yeah, you can't help but learn when you do it the right way.
Well, it's the old-fashioned way where you write and wrote, you know.
You stick it in my ears, you stick it in my eyes, and I'll throw it out my fingers and on the paper. And by the time we're done, half the time I know what I'm talking about.
Usually I should contact Midnight Silver Run because I usually catch it between 12 and 3 o'clock. And I know. Well, Darren, you got to give me your email later, and I'll send you my information too later. So that we can, if we have a little free time, I could tell you, hey, Hector, you busy? No, not really. What are you doing? Want to get on a stream? Let's stream. Okay, let's go stream. So we can talk about coins and all that stuff. But I'm trying to get more.
Grab your pen and I'll tell you my phone number. I don't care.
Really? Over the phone? Over there?
Just- yeah, over here. I don't care. It's
All right. All right. Let me get a pen.
Yeah.
Go for it.
778
778
708
708
8298.
8298.
Yep.
Do I have to put like area code 1 or something like that?
1. Yeah, just like we're one, whatever. Our numbers are the same. 10
Yeah.
digits with a one.
The next guy got to go 01 11 and then my grandpa's name, the number.
No, but he's not in Canada or the U.S.
No, he's in Mexico.
No, but the country code for Mexico is 011 though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's 01101.
That's why I keep making long distance phone calls. What a pain in the butt. I got it like a North America plan, so I can call you anytime.
Okay.
It costs you money. You can call me and I can call you right back, and then it's free.
Okay, so it's now what, 3:12. Okay. We now time for a Betty Bye time, and everybody in the chat, thank you for showing up. Thank you for talking to us. Thank you for listening to us, even though we were off track a little bit here and there. But Johnny Ray, I would love to talk to you about the 1856 and 1909 pennies, especially 1856. That's a rare one and a very expensive one, what I hear. Anyway, everybody in the chat, have a good night. Darren, thanks a lot for a great conversation.
Feel free to sub to our channels. Mine, Dimebag Darren Lowe, and of course, you know where you are. You should be a sub to this one already. And
Subscribe, like, share.
go see my bizarre penny that shouldn't exist. There's a video there called The Penny That Shouldn't Exist. It's weird, and we still don't know what the hell it is.
We'll work on it.
Somebody will know, maybe. Who knows? Like, especially if somebody has more Canadian coin knowledge. Maybe. Who knows? It's weird anyway, and it's fun.
The 5 of the people in the audience, thank you much for coming in.
I'll expect a phone call from all of you tomorrow sometime.
Sure, yeah. Look at me.
Everybody's going to give me a call now. You wrote
All
down.
right.
You
I'll give you a call. I never called Canada ever.
Canada?
Canada. Never called.
Yeah, I'll just, when the phone rings, give me a little bit because I have to run to the corner and then grab the phone and then crank that crank to make it go, you know.
I might just give you a text message saying expecting my phone call in 5 minutes.
That works too.
All right.
All right. Later, Gator.
Later. Thank you much for your time. Good night, everybody.